Ashes of Us. It's another lovely song, and listening to the lyrics, very, very evocative. I just wrote down a couple of these really visual images, really. Pieces of paper, the ashes of us, breaking like bone china. I'm interested in the process of lyric writing. How do you begin to form? I mean, do you have an idea of a story in your head when you write a song, or how does it work?
Well, it's different. It was very different with Slow Attack, the way I approach songwriting. I've always kind of, you know, had a story, almost a narrative approach, even before, when it's quite a vague narrative approach. It's still been a narrative approach. With this album, I kind of wanted it to be much less narrative. I wanted the words to be almost impressionistic, to have a kind of like a sketchier feel, for them to hint at things. Mm-hmm. There's a really great quote by Francis Bacon that I always come back to, that I love and really explains a lot of art for me, and he says that it's the job of the artist to deepen the mystery, you know, and that for me it's a really powerful thing. It's like sometimes being able to explain what a song is about or where it comes from sometimes it destroys some of the magic, even though it's interesting talking about it, you know. With something like The Ashes of Us, I don't really know where it came from. It was a song about sadness and about death and about deaths of relationships and about all sorts of things that just sort of like filtered in and became that. And I can't really say what it's about. Maybe if we do another one of these interviews...
5 years' time?
5 years' time, I better tell you.
I'll give you a call and we'll find out.
Maybe my subconscious will have worked it out.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a really interesting thing for me, that fact, like I say, going back, bookending this whole thing.
Yeah, back to the next life.
Sometimes I don't know what they're about.
Yeah. Because you're, as we said before, because you're in the emotion.
Yeah.
Songwriting isn't, you know, it's not the same as... It's not a cold craft, is it? It's something which involves this rather sort of unscientific aspect of human life, which we call emotion.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's...
And that's why it's so powerful, because music's about emotion as well, you know. Music isn't about kind of, you know, it's about feeling. And that's why, you know, there's this sort of cliche about sort of song lyrics being so dreadful, and if you take them away from, you know, take pop lyrics away from the music, aren't they laughable and aren't they childish? And yes, they are, but when they're combined with a great melody and a great rhythm and a great guitar riff, they're the most powerful things in the world. They really are.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure.